Hello student. So let's move on our next topic. The next topic is eccentric function, disabling element and read-only element. So what is the meaning of eccentric function? So eccentric function means the built-in function that are provided by JavaScript. What was that mean? So using a eccentric function, you can submit the data, which data you fill in your form, which data you fill in the form as it's submitted. That means there is no changes in your data when you submit those data in the form, and it's submitted to the server, right? So when you submit the button or when you click on submit button, then it submitted that data, correct? But if there is no changes in that information, because that's the meaning of eccentric. So eccentric function is useful for customer, or we can say for people, right? So when JavaScript provide the eccentric function for submit and reset button, and they and this the useful functionalities are available, and in that eccentric function, when you submitted your form, or can say when you click the submit button, submitting, so as it is function, as it is information stored in your database, or you can reset those field using your another button which is called reset button, correct? So there is two type of functions for function are useful for those two type of button. First one is a submit button and second one is a reset button. Now, submit method of the form object can be used to send the form the several server in exactly same way as if the user has pressed the submit button. As I already told you, this useful thing, which is if you fill all the information and you submit the button, and at the same time you don't have to change those information. So when we click that submit button, it already send those data to server. Okay, so there is no change. And if you want to reset your form, so just only click on that reset button, in already those fields are clear and it reset all the form fields. Okay, so let's move on our example. I will explain example now. For using eccentric function, we use a small button for submitting the data, and for that we give a small image for that. Let's start with this example. You know already how we start HTML. First tag, then head is the second tag. Now in that we write title, sorry, right? Then our title name, index, okay, slash clothes title. Next is body, sorry, clothes tag for the head. The head tag we close, then we open our body tag. This one is body tag. Now for that we use form tag for form. Then there's some parameters we are going to use. Form name, my form, correct? Now then we have to give some text or label. So we can write here label for tag, or otherwise we only write our statement, or which we have to get some information from user. So just we write roll number, so user can easily understand what he have to put on that field. Type, we use here input type text for getting an information. So we using here text, and then some parameter name, text name. So sorry. Okay. Now, name, we give some name for our text is role. Now close that tab, then move on. Okay. Next, we will break two lines. For that, we use our break function. Okay. So we give two breaks lines for break the line, and now we use here image function. Sorry, image tag. Okay. So for image, we give image and then source. Okay. SCR source where where we store our image. Okay. For that, we give here our image source file. So where we store this image, we store this image in our folder in our CPU. This here I store my image, and my image is, there is my image. One second. Download. There is one button which I get here. Okay, let's see where I store my image and which type of image I use. This submit button image I use in my program. For that, this image I store in my folder, and where is I store this. Okay, there is my image. Download my image name, and I store in my folder. So that's why I have to copy this. Oh, one second. Okay, now I copy this location, and now I just paste my location, right? And then I give my image name, and then what was my image name? Download. Correct. For that, slash download, download.jpg extension. Okay, that's it. Now I get my image, and now I give some function for that image which I going to use. Then on click, I use here on click. When I click on that button, it's work for this function. And which function I use? Submit function. For that, JavaScript double colon document, and again dot form. Okay. Then my form, because I'm using my form name, and now submit function. Correct. Here. And now I close this tag. Okay, let's save this file first of all. Now, where we store that button image, here. So this file also save on that folder. Correct? Okay. Index. Index1.html. This is your file name. Okay. Now you can see color are changed for each and every syntax. Now image, we already clear our image. We can get source image, right? Download.jpg. Now break this tag. Sorry. Now we close our form tag, and we close our body. Okay, so let's again save this program, and now we run this program where we serve our program index1 here. So let's right click and open with our browser using Google Chrome. Let's see what happened. Now here roll number, which we already stored, it's run, but we did not get button image. Why? Okay, so it's PNG. Okay, file type is a PNG, not JPG. That's why it give error. PNG. Okay, PNG. Let's check again. Can we get our? No. Again, there is a problem in our program. Okay, let's check there is an error in our program. No, we already write form name, then we give roll number, correct, then we give image dot png. Okay, let's save this and again run. Let's check. Yeah, it's run. Right? We give roll number, then our text type, our text which initially are blank is blank. Now we give another name. It's roll number, then we give name in name. Correct? Now let's put another input box. Input type equal to text. Now name for our text is name. Let's save this. Again, check. Yeah, we get this two boxes in type boxes. It's with two lines, break lines. Okay, you can see we give roll number and text. Second, name. Okay, so write it here for something roll number. Roll number is a 22 and name is Aman. Okay, when you submit this image, this is an image, not a button. When you click on that image, your data is submitted. Okay, so move on. Next topic is disabling email. For that, we restrict the sum field on the form by using disable. It means you restrict that field for disable. It's not show on your field. If disable property of particular form element, it's set to true, then user cannot edit that element. What was the mean? It show as it is, user cannot change that field, correct? Similarly, on setting the disable property to false, we cannot edit that field. It's simple. When you set the value true or when you set the value false, so user cannot change that thing, correct? For that example, let's write, we edit this example and write some other fields. For that, we give some function here, disable function. On using disable function, we edit our program. So let's start. For that, we write it here. First, our JavaScript function, script, okay, script type equal to text slash JavaScript, correct? Okay, and now we closing our script tab. Okay, now we use the function which we using enable function and disable function. For first function, we write function and function name is enable function, correct? Now in that function, what we write, we use a document for setting the value. Now here document.form.myform.name.disable, we access those property. That's why we included each and every term like document. We using normally document.write or document.get element, but here we use some properties of our form. That's why we give form and then we put our form name and then we give name, which name which where we have to apply this application, sorry, this function, enable function. For that, we get this name, we use this parameter of our input type. So we put name and then we have to disable that parameter or that input type, your text type we have to disable or enable. That's why we get this name and dot disable property, correct? So let's write here document, sorry, document dot form. Okay, here we use forms. Okay, now dot my form, our form name, my form, correct? Then property of your input type name dot disable. Now we set our properties false. Correct? So we already closed this function. Now we get new function. Then we use here disable function. Disable function. We write it here function name, and we open and close bracket. And now here also we write document dot forms correct. Then my form, our form name, in property of input type, text properties, we use here text property name. Okay, then you set type disable equal to true. Okay, so we already close that. Now we closing script function. We close this function. Now body, using body, form name my form. Then here we change some information. Now we use here username, and also we change your name. Correct. Now we already break those lines. We change some other things. We set here one button. Input type. Input type equal to button, because we set here button, so that's why we're using this tag, button tag. Button, then parameter of button value equal to, now disable name field, right? Our button name is disable name field, and onClick function, onClick equal to disable function. We use here disable function. Okay. Now we close our tag. Now we already break this one. Again we break this line with two break func tag. Then we put another input type button. For that we delete this tag. We didn't use any image here. For that we actually get input button. Oh, once again we can copy this one. This way we can easily for that. Now just we have to change this our function name, because we write it here for disable function. So we write here enable function. Okay, enable function, correct. So we already close our form. Then body, let's save this program. Let's see what it give us. Now you can see that username, your text, you can write something. Okay, if you click on this disable function, you can see that there is no arrow. It give us for writing anything. When you, once again we have to change this one, disable name, enable. Okay, save this. See, change the name your button. Okay, when you click on disable, this text field is disabled. We cannot write anything on that field. When you enable field, you can write anything on that field, like our college name, so college. Right, also college. When you disable this field, you can see that we cannot change this field. Just we can copy this text file. One second. Right, but we cannot change that field. When you enable your text, you can edit this thing.